Okay, thanks for waiting. Victoria will be here in moments.
Hello. 早。Hi, Kathy. Okay, this class, we are going to continue to learn the words about the tree. We are going to learn the leaf for tree, tree.
Seems that we lost her.
We did.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Emily. Did you see my comment about the lamps from your wonderful exhibit?
I did. Yeah, she makes wonderful lamps. And the lampshades she's done in my studio, the
Really?
images. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. She comes up here to do painting and stuff because her clay studio is too dusty for that kind of work. So yeah.
Well, it was all amazing. So thank you.
Thanks. I wonder if we need to write to her. I wonder if she knows that we've lost
I don't
her.
know. I was thinking that why don't you go ahead and do a chat?
Yeah.
I see Henry's up there, but I don't think that's her.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. What I accidentally hit and lost the video. Okay, let's look at the first characters we are learning. Grass top as radical. We talked about. We learned a few times. You know, originally it's from like the two sprouts. This what it come from, and then straighten it becomes so-called standard style, right? You can remember it easier, like a two cross, grass top. And then the middle part actually we learned before is the world. Okay, right by like one horizontal. A little bit longer wider occupied than the grass top, actually. And then this part do this, and then close it. And then do vertical and horizontal. This I wrote here. I just wrote is the world. And the bottom we learned, right? Wood. Two dots. Okay, this is a standard style. So this middle part is the world. World. Okay, and this is the wood. Actually, we learned the tree trunk, we learned the tree, right? This wood as radical on the side, right? On the left-hand side. And this wood also can be the character by itself. This this is the leaf, and when you write it, we explained the three part, right? Look at the sample. Look at the sample. See, I didn't do it while talking. The middle part, when it combine or go together with the other things. See, only the part of the characters, right? The middle part, not this part, not that long, right? Become more flat. See, like that. Look at the sample, right? So I did this part a little bit too long. Something like that, right? And the wood also become flat, right? This vertical, not that tall, stick out. And the two dots a little bit loosed, because at the bottom, like to hold the whole thing, right? That's why I also said, like we just learned last time, the little or small shell by itself, can be a little bit lower these two dots and loose it. Same principles, same rules for the calligraphy writing. See this wood, when you write it by itself, you will write that, right? This is instead of the dot, it is the press, right? And the tree we write it is very narrow and long, put at the left-hand side as a radical, right? Okay. See, first one here, not very good, because as the whole characters, the center part, you do not want it to be looks very loose, loose. You want it more dense, and looks whole thing stronger, right? Stronger. Yeah, understand. That's why center, you do not want looks very spacey, things. See this one better. So write it when you're together with other characters, write it more, flat in general. Okay, standard for leaves with the radical of grass we learned many times. Okay, the walking style is not that different. Looks a little bit still assembled, right? A little bit, but sometimes just more connection shows in between among the strokes. Sometimes the order changed a lot, changed some, but looks still alike, right? Okay, how to write it? Very obvious, the two cross become like a whole thing together, right? Two, that's very common. So two cross become one stroke, and then like two dots, short vertical, longer vertical, like that, and continue for other, see, two cross together, right? And then longer horizontal one, and then 3 strokes of the vertical, 3. 1, 2, 3. But the horizontal still on the like original, like turn mostly on the right part of the 2 strokes. Look at the standard style, right? And that's why Kathy said, if you really want to get the good flow and you need to know where it's come from, and then you got the rhythm of that. So even like the walking style still, to understand where it come from standard style. Okay, and then word part, right? Word part, just, more connection of that. That's the walking style. See, the center changed some, right? Changed some. That's very common. If you put other place, the world in the center, still do that. Okay, this walking and the running style changed a lot, but I think this is beautiful and some common things. And this word you probably use some other places. The top of the radical doesn't change that much, right? Doesn't change that much. The center part become, okay, all right. The center part changed a lot. Looks like not that. It do not want to know what's the the logic for that, the center part. Okay, this just become horizontal a little bit up, and then connect with a diagonal hook thing, and then the slant. Center part become like that, and then wood part, of course. So put them together and you practice a few times. You will get the flow for that after I explain that. So top, and then do that, and then wood. It seems like my center part a little bit too loose, right? That's just become, looks good or prettier. And I think the bottom of my wood, the vertical seems too short, sometimes, because on the handwriting of the walking or running, you can adjust and change it, sometimes like I always say 1/10 of a second, right? You need to think the whole silhouette, right? Silhouette. I thought when I write the center part, very sudden I realize it seems too big, too loose, and I want to keep the whole characters the same size, not extreme long. So I shortened this part and turn out, sometimes it's okay, and sometimes I just let you know why it costs that. Okay, write it again. The more familiar and no more feel controlled to do that, more even, right? Yeah, but sometimes calligraphy is art, and some characters looks even a little bit, some things abnormal, but the chi flow goes, you can tell the writer's mood. Okay, this is the running style. This is the clerical style. Sometimes the concept, the name of the clerical style confused people. Clerical actually means kind of before walking style, before standard style, right? Actually, it's that time is very standard, very clear. So write it, and for us, the most important things, use a stick. So kind of the we talk about the plowing mood. So do that right here. 2 spirals, right? 2 spirals for the rise radical on the top. And this kind of the writing style is more flat, right? See, each stroke looks like the imperfect smooth, but it shows if the power you use is good. It shows beauty of this style. Doesn't matter. Okay, so then horizontal. Kind of a goose tail flying, but not too soon. On a hard surface, not the brush does. A little bit, And then 3 strokes for the horizontal, but a little bit different. We know where it's come from, right? So the center one a little bit longer, taller, and this right one a little bit towards that, shows the direction. We know where it's come from. Even the bottom, they put the same, just simplified, like a 2 horizontal, just put the 1 horizontal, kind of seal that. And the word part, look at the flatten things by doing this vertical, not stick out, not cross, not that tall, right? Yeah, something like that. That's how much we learned today for the leaf, the characters. Okay, and this is the informal, or the most common meaning for it is to know. And also as a noun with other characters together means knowledge. Standard first, 2 parts, right? As we can tell, left and the right. Looks not that much, not that many strokes. Okay, short slant. And then horizontal, a little bit up, right? And then longer horizontal. Longer slant. Dot. This is left and the right. The combine for the characters, right? So do not write this part, either left part or right part, a little bit rectangular, right? Then later you can make the whole characters not that too wide. Actually, this one kind of too wide already. Especially this part kind of a little bit over length. Okay, so, and then right hand part, mouth, right? Press. Why put mouth here? Because to learn things, probably by mouth to ask question. Okay, so this is the standard style. So the right hand side, not the same size, of course, right? That big for the mouth, right? This is the mouth, it's not just the frame. So about this part, about this size. And the sample does better things. Try to keep not exact same, but about the height, keep this level and about this high with the second horizontal. Yeah, seems that's looks more stable, right? Might want a little bit too high. Okay, look at this walking style. Walking style, normally I see your walking style shows more beauty, lots of your homework, because it shows dynamic things. And so as you get the flow of the how to write, it really shows good things. Okay, put those two strokes together, right? Easy. And those become the faster writing. I always say like the number 12, but keep the turning part like the folding, not very curved, rounded curve, right? Because we know where it's come from two strokes of, one stroke of horizontal, and then pause become the this. So keep it a little bit, not perfect round. Okay, so this connect, and then right. And then the 12 things, but keep the hard folding part. See, press here, right? So even faster, but you still have the rhythm there, right? The rhythm means we're a little bit lifting and then press, right? Not the, otherwise the same strength, same power you use, it shows like the hard pen writing, not brush. So advantage of brush is you can play with it by pressing and lifting. Yeah, shows the dynamic beauty, right? Okay, the running style is really also, you know, running style we call in Chinese, we call grass style. So which means cannot really tell. It's like the messy of just the wild, you know, the weeds or rice, the grass. Okay, so, but I said, even the very change shape, change looking of the grass writing, fast writing, running writing, calligrapher writer want to keep the first, normally the first stroke very clear. So the first horizontal very clear, right? And then, like the dragon things hold together. Okay, see the first one. Horizontal, and then shows dynamic, right? Shows dynamic of the tendency to do, like the reverse of the number 3, or say like the flashing, right? Or lighting, yeah, some things like that, and that, and back to about this level to do this. So not look at the sample, not the perfect round things, just a circle, right? So this is the connection between the strokes, right? And here is the real strokes of this. So do this. I always say in Chinese calligraphy, looks like a lot of circle things, but not very rounded. Some things in between rounded and squarish. That's beautiful stroke. So horizontal and then lighting things and like that. Yeah. So everybody, every time write a little bit different. You can buy this a little bit thinner, a little bit, depends on, that the moment what your chi goes. And, but remember here, not perfect, but some rhythm as here, yeah. Okay, that's the running grass style, also called cursive. This understandable, right? Clerical style. Go slow and think about kind of you are holding a stick, okay, to do things. Bounce back for the slant. So not the very quick sweeping, right? Not very sharp lifting. Because hard stick won't do that. Okay, this actually shows a little bit higher, for the mouth part, because clerical style sometimes want to show the not that easier to do on the hard surface. Sometimes it shows kind of the clumsy things. Okay, so it's different from the standard style, right? Looks, oh, not a brush made. Okay, and the chill, the autumn, review a little bit. We learned, last class, before last class. Some things left side is actually some grain, rice or wheat, and fire on the right hand side. Flame. So some fire things, right? For the autumn, this is the autumn, okay. Any question about the two characters we learned today? And also, I think we learned the number for this one, right? I think we exactly learned and practice. I still remember Emily in the one paper, the 4 styles, something like that. Yeah, this is the number for one in Chinese character. Okay, just one stroke of horizontal. Oh, and also I want to say for the large. Okay, I continue to do this. or big, a character like that, right? We also have the other characters of a dog, but this is nowadays still used, but most useful dog is other characters for, we say go, but this is kind of the written language, like written language dog. This is the Chuan. So put a dot on the right top corner of the large. This is the dog. Why I talked about that, these characters, because when you become the grass riding, running style, we say 2 ways to do the large. Most do like that, right? From left and circle here to do, right? That's the common things. And I think we learned before, I said 3 styles, I give you this kind of. And this time, I give you the other form of this become the grass style. Some people not from left hand to the right. Some people do from right to do like that. And our sample shows a little bit connect from here. I said, do not do too much, too high, because that's just because of the handwriting of the calligrapher. It's in Chinese writing traditionally. It's from the it's a vertical line from the last characters connect. That's why it calls a little bit of connection shows here, right? If you write the start part too high, people will think like the dog character like that, because the higher starting from here indicated the dot of things for this dog characters. So if you like by the content of the characters before or characters after, you can easier to tell. But if you want to, for us, we know very limited characters, and we do not have that much content to do. Probably I will suggest you to write this style. That won't get confused. You know, this way, well, sometimes if you write too high, we are confused people or got misunderstanding of large and the dog. That's why I try to explain a little bit. Okay, any questions about the characters today? No. Okay. And we can start to practice our leaves strokes in the meaning writing, writing idea style, right, for the tree. And I give you the handout for lots of tree leaves, the form. There are lots of form to do the tree leaves, but they are in group and in like a block in thinking about the math, right? we do not have that much time, and you save that, and later we can do, or you can do it by yourself, okay? Or you understand and you choose someone you like to do, right? The most common, say, what's the pepper dot, right? The pepper, do you have that? Yeah, the pepper dot is just, by dotting some small things, right? Try to make it small but round looking, and you are not draw the circle to make it round, right? But by dotting, I mean, right? Okay, and also we call like the horizontal dot. Yeah, very good. I saw you try to make it round. Why we call it a pepper, right? Pepper is rounded. Yeah. Okay. And can do the horizontal for the like the far very far tree. Can you do horizontal? Yeah, feel the different for your brush to do horizontal things. By the way, this is the way to do the very far tree, right? And very far tree, for the tree trunk, you only do like the two lines, right? And you can do it, very suggestive things. Just do 2 lines. And the tree trunk, remember, what's the stroke for that? Plowing, not very quick, smooth. Yeah, 2 lines to do that. Okay, and other strokes, for example, we learned the bamboo, right? And we know also the characters for 介, which means like 1, 2, like the roof things, right? And 3, 4. That's the characters for introduce, kind of like the bamboo things. But there is the tree, also called in Chinese, we call this kind of a 介 style, 介 form dots, which means four dots. Okay, these 4 dots a little bit normally always downward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like tree leaves. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You think about the whole shape of this mass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This also indicated other tree, right? When you try to do the group of the tree, 3 trees together, you want to make it a different tree. So you, by putting not that much different from the tree trunk, probably from the tree leaves, very idea writing, meaning writing, you can do that. And also we say plum tree flower petal, which means 5 strokes. Okay, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the plum pattern of the plum flower petals, right? So looks like just a dot, but it's 5 dots together in a group. to shape, I mean to do things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your hand do that, and you keep one eye to maintain, to watch what's the whole math you want, you know, for the specific things you want. 5, but 5 in a group, and the round like the petal flower looking the shape in the group. See, it's dot, but different with the pepper, right? Different with the pepper one. Okay, indicated some things different, different variety of the tree, and also, you know, for the bamboo or for anything, and also we have the triangle, things in the other pages. This is the maple tree from very far, because of the sharp tip. You always say just the triangle and the sharp part down. Very interesting, huh? Actually, this is very useful. I mean, for the landscape painting, you know, you always want the trees probably mid-ground, or just some things to decorate it your landscape painting, or sometimes, you know, to cover some place you didn't do the ground very beautiful. You put the mid-ground tree there, or just for your whole painting, you need something there, you know. You know, this kind of a triangle also is the one kind of the tree, and also circle. You try to do some circle things, and watch the whole shape. Was that the shape you want for your tree? Where we want the cluster of the leaves, you know, and where I need some leaves on the tree of this branch, or that branch shows some things. Anyway, you can circle things. Also, for the well, lots of things we can do later. And this is also for the plum tree and for the pine tree. We needed to do other special learning for just the palm tree, or just the pine tree or plum tree. Plum is in the 4 gentlemen of our painting, right? And these leaves also are always considered in Chinese painting. We call it the word miscellaneous tree. Understand? Okay, so beside so we do not need to figure out for this mid-distance, mid-ground tree what kind, but we do this ways to indicate many kind of miscellaneous tree. My pronunciation. Yeah.
Miscellaneous. Yeah. Miscellaneous
tree. So this covered miscellaneous tree. Okay. Yeah. And also for plum and pine tree, we need to learn like a pine. Pine, we can do pine trees by itself, and the plum trees by itself is a painting. And then the others we are all consider the miscellaneous tree. And okay, that's doodle one. And very simple meaning writing one, and I will do the characters on that because it's autumn. I really, because weekend we went to the Laguna Beach here. There is the plein air painting competition there. I had lots of painter there, and we went there, watch the competition, and also do the we enjoy the autumn there. So I took the picture for the sycamore or sycamores. Yeah, okay, that's the American one, and the one on our handout today, it shows this one. So with the bigger leaves there, but it's called sycamore. The wutong is a sycamore tree. But also, I think in Chinese we call wutong. It's not American sycamore tree. It's the French one. It's the French one. It's platanus. Platanus. I don't know how to sound it, but it's we call French sycamore tree. Anyway, a little bit different, but the same category, I believe. When we do the meaning right, I mean, same thing to do. Okay, do the tree trunk first. What's the tree trunk? Key point for that, remember. Tree trunk, remember this character, okay? The stroke. So even later, you want to do the brush on the angle of that, but still you will know the force to do that. The tree trunk, and not smooth, very quick pull, right? Is to push. In other words, it's to push. Even not in angle, but still, kind of the push power for that tree trunk. And this is, of course, dot. Okay, dry brush. Okay, especially autumn tree. Okay, 2 trees, and okay, other way for tree trunk is 4 direction, right? But to show the 3D things, 2 trees easier by crossing, right? Okay, so the where to start doesn't matter. Remember plowing. Okay, you can do from upside up down, and then do some things. You save some outlet things for the side branch, and when you save it, try to keep angle. Will be easier, not absolute horizontal, right? And the tree skin, remember, never goes straight. Not smooth, not straight. Outlet, give a little, save the outlet of exit, give it a little bit angle. Angle will be much easier. And the tree never goes straight, okay? It become, the smaller and smaller for the branch. Doesn't you understand the meaning? Yeah, doesn't have to be exactly the same. If you got time, you want to mimic it for make sure you are learning, you are doing exactly something, you can do that. And then later, you can use the leaves to cover it. And we learned the skill of how to do the leaves. The top doesn't have to be with the leaves, right? Not a perfect tree. And the trees at the bottom doesn't have to, on purpose, you do not want the same level. For the ground to start it. Tree, at least 10 years become this kind. So a little bit pause and continue to go to make it like the bumping, not smooth, to show the age of the tree beauty. Very important things is do not do very horizontal things. Try to make it more some angle, right? And also watch yourself. What you are doing. You need the whole thing sometimes changed, and you need to adjust a little bit to make the whole thing correct. That's about the things. Things else I can use the leaves to do that, and also some can do later. Some like horizontal things, line things to indicate it on this sycamore trees to indicate the edges of things. Just a very like we do some things dot on the lotus stem. Very free. Show some things, just add on. Okay. And then I probably do some I want to do the one leaves, because from one leaves we know the autumn. Yeah, not even tree trunks. You can put someplace darker, not even. One leaves on the ground shows the autumn. And some far middle ground or far trees, just do like the some a little bit here. Okay, then I try to put some color, see if I do that. Some green. If other season after in the summer, right? Summer, some still green there, and green and a little bit ink. I do the green and a little bit ink, right? So do the dot for the large tree first. Larger dot, you need to a little bit slow actually. Otherwise, it shows the long shaped. You do not have to exactly follow you watch yourself where you want to some mess there or where you want to cover the things. It does not the perfect you want, you know, sometimes. Yeah, that's also the usage of the tree leaves. Does. And also the foreground, I just do, you know, the horizontal. The strokes we just practiced for the foreground tree. Cannot really see, right? And it's autumn, so I actually want to do some yellow, actually vermilion, right? This kind of tree also kind of the same way to do in autumn, like the maple tree. And also for lots of trees, you know, if it's cold enough, it can be a little bit, you know, some not perfect, like maple tree, red vermilion, but you know, some yellow and red, you know, puts more yellow. Yeah, these kind of things. So from one leaves, we know it's autumn, okay? On the ground, supposedly on the ground. My painting is very meaning writing, not the perfect. Okay, and also and the more leaves, you know, some on the trees, this color as well. Enclosed. You know, some still green and some started to become the yellow, become a little bit red already, you know. So make some fun of it. And some small dot, not very even. That's about it. And I can put some brown for the tree trunk, right? Doesn't have to be perfect wash, you know. Okay, this is the meaning right things, but you know, this is say one. I will write one leaves no autumn. It shows also shows the meaning of from the one small thing. We know the larger, the whole part, right? Just one leaf, we know autumn is here. This is the autumn. Autumn doesn't have to be, you know, the whole thing from one leaf. But it's beautiful. And this lots of actually it's from the classical time people from the book. Our quick writing for that. I'll write here. Okay. 1. Leaf. We just learned our writing. Walking style, grass style. Lunar year. My name. Okay, very last. Sales script. Trees are very useful. That's why we learn the characters and we do the strokes for that basic like exercise or practicing for that. And remember, plowing, pushing strokes for that. That's the purpose we are doing here. Okay, the seals just beside or below my signature. This pre-made thing's kind of hard to do. Make sure each part, each stroke touched. And gently leave it. Okay, happy painting, happy practicing, and see you next time. Any questions, let me know.
One quick question, Victoria. Does that say 1 leaf to know autumn? I can't tell what the fourth character.
Oh, 1 leaf. That's the grass style, running style for the leaf, tree leaf. We just learned. And
Right.
yeah, after you're practicing, you are familiar with 1 leaves. From 1 leaves, these red leaves, vermilion color leaves, we know, beautiful autumn is coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do some, black trees, and we do 1 beautiful leaves indicated. And some people do 1 leaves even on the tree. When we saw, one sign, autumn is here, some things like this. Yeah. And also Chinese people use this phrase to say, from small thing, we can tell the big, theoretical things or big changing. Yeah, that's good phrase. In poetry, poetry use, or also for the painting. Yeah. Okay. Let you go, and any questions, let me know. And for the plum tree and the pine tree, we'll do more later, because pine tree we can do study by itself. The pine tree with the Korean is a good painting for longevity. Or in the winter, we have pine tree, very beautiful, lots of subject matter, and also absolutely plum tree for the early spring. This is the first blooming thing in Chinese really appreciate and put lots of good meaning on it. Tough, not afraid of cold, not afraid of bad weather, and still bloom. That's why in the like the morally good for the gentleman. So for the plum tree, and we studied for the branch, we see like the female characters for the branch, right? Some role for crossing. Yes, we were studied for that later. I mean, actually individually for plum and the palm, but this we just learned is called how to sound it. Miscellaneous trees. Okay, happy painting and happy practicing.